Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. Welcome to another broadcast of the Now Generation Radio broadcast, coming to you live with issues of today and tomorrow with our youth of this generation, featuring our hostess, Evangelist Shakira Graham.
Greetings out there in Radio Land. We want you to get out and vote. This is the time to vote. Not a time to complain, not a time to be complacent, but get out and vote. Show some action. We're here today. We want you to re-elect Rosa McAllister McRae for Holt County School Board this time around. You know, we thank you so much for plugging in, but we want all the listeners out there to get out and vote. A vote for Rosa McAllister McRae is a vote for your child's future. So vote. This is the time to bring some action. For voting information, contact the Board of Elections, 910-875-8751. That's 910-875-8751. Re-elect Rosa McAllister McRae for Holt County School Board. A vote for Rosa McAllister McRae is a vote for your child's future. Greetings to Radio Land. My name is Shakira Graham. I'll be your host today. This is a very special segment. We're going to interview our special guest. This is voting time, and we want the right people in position. So again, this is Shakira Graham. I want you to call your cousin, call everybody, say, hold up, want you to plug in to 1400 AM as we put this broadcast out. This is a very special, crucial time to vote for the right people and get them in position. So again, I have a special guest here with me today. She's no stranger to our area, but those who you don't know her, you will be able to know her on today. We have Rosa McAllister McRae in the studio with us today, and we're so excited. Rosa, just give a morning shout out, afternoon shout out, evening shout out, because everybody across the city is listening at different times. So give a shout out today.
Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everybody out there. I'm just giving you a shout out. It's glad to be here. Glad to be here.
All right, and those of you who are just now plugging in, you're not too late. You're hearing an exciting interview. We have a special guest, Rosa McAllister McRae. She's running for re-election for the Holt County School Board. And how many out there know that it is very crucial? It's very important that we have the right people in position, the right people who can make sound decisions and impact our community and the lives of our children. So again, Rosa, we welcome you. Not going to take much time, but I'm really excited about you being here. Tell the listeners about yourself. Just flow and tell them about yourself.
I will. And thank you for having me, Shakira. I appreciate this opportunity. Well, I was born and reared in Brooklyn, New York, to Pastors Jose and Evangelist Helen McAllister. Later moved to Rayford, North Carolina, where I continued my education in the public school system here in Holt County. I'm a member of God's Deliverance Church, where actually my mother and the late Pastor Mary Lou McKinnon were the founders. I'm on the Ministry Alliance there, and I am the youth director for District 1 of my organization, that being Sanctuary Deliverance Organization, and the Bishop Vanda D. Purcell. I furthered my education at Fayetteville State University, got a psychology degree, a Bachelor of Science in Psychology, and then I went on and got a master's degree in counseling, professional counseling from Webster University. I work at Sandhills Community College. I am the coordinator of residency, and I'm a personal and transfer counselor there. Been with Sandhills for approximately 18 years. I work as a mental health therapist part-time at Smith Psychological Services, and that's basically it. Of course, I am on the board. I'm an incumbent, and I've been on the board for 2 terms, so this be my 3rd term, hopefully, prayerfully, that you vote for me.
All right, and those of you who are tuning in, you're hearing from Rosa McAllister McRae. I'm Shakira Graham, and we're just flowing and talking about the importance of voting. Rosa just telling you about herself. This has a history and legacy and impact already in the city for a number of years in the surrounding area. So, again, it's time to vote. If you're not registered to vote, please do so. This election is very important, not only nationally, but locally. And sometimes we don't know who to vote for, but this is an opportunity where you can hear who needs to be in position and who needs to continually make great impact for the children. So again, you're hearing from Shakira Graham and also Rosa McAllister McRae. Rosa, tell the listeners, I know some questions came in, but what motivates you to run run for re-election for the Hope County School Board?
Well, Shakira, since I've been on the Hope County School Board of Education, we've accomplished many things. Actually, putting Dr. Williamson as superintendent was one of the things that we've done. I think that was 2006. And he is a visionary. He's a leader. And we've done that. We are looking at now being a 21st century school system. And in order to do that, you have to put standards in place. So we have, again, a visionary, and we have churches and, those stakeholders, churches and businesses, and everybody coming together to try to help us. It's not a one-man show. Okay, we have to have a visionary in place, and then we have to have people to latch onto that vision and just keep it moving. And so the things that we've done, or why I want to run, is because I see the vision coming to manifestation. I want to see everything that I have thought about and we have done as a board. I want to see that manifested. We've had several things coming. Actually, in 2008, I think it was, we actually started, or 2009, we started a Seniors Awards Night. And that was actually established by me. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I just went to another state and saw that they were doing that. So I didn't create it. I just brought it to Hope County and decided we need to have this. So instead of having a long, drawn-out graduation and everybody burning up out there because we have an auditorium in Hope County, then, do it like that Monday night before that Friday of the graduation. Just put it out there, all these students that got all these awards, all the scholarships and everything. And so that was one thing that we've done. But, there's a plethora of things in place now, and we have not accomplished it, but we're trying to.
And those of you who are tuning in, you're hearing from Rosa McAllister McRae talking about forward advancement for Hope County schools. And she's sharing about what motivates her and the vision that's needed to just move forward, advance, and really make greater impact for our children now, our children for the future. And that's what we're talking about today. Rosa, share your personal philosophy on public education.
Public education is very crucial to all students, to me. Now, we know the private schools are in place, and they're just that. They're private. I have the utmost respect for private schools. But truth be told, even the undocumented students will be able to perform and get ahead in public schools. The public schools have a plethora of programs that students will be able to take advantage of. This will allow them to further their careers and in their education, and most of the time for free. Now, Mike Easley proposed an early college proposal probably about 5-6 years ago. And that program is where you're a high school student as a freshman, and you're going to college, taking freshman classes. And when you finish a 5-year program, then you're able to have a diploma, graduating from a high school, and a degree at the same time. And that was free. Of course, there are some stipulations and things in place, but that was free to the student. And so now if the student want to continue their education, they would only have 2 more years. And if they wanted an associate's degree in applied science, meaning you take that degree and you apply it to a job, things like nursing, things like radiology, medical terminology or medical technology, those type of jobs, you can actually get out there and work. So it's actually 2 ends of the continuum. You can transfer to any North Carolina public education, North Carolina State, Fayetteville State, UNC Pembroke, and I'm not really giving them a shout out, but they're part of the 16 universities. You can apply there, you can go there, or you can go to these private entities. And that is powerful what Mike Easley did. That is one of the biggest programs. And we're one of 27 schools that actually done very well in our testing, 97% in the early college. So this is why I think public education is very important. These are the things that the private schools aren't doing. Because they're not getting the monies for it, they can't do that. But we're doing things like that. And so I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for public schools, if it wasn't for that right principal, that right counselor, that right teacher. I admire public schools, and we need them in place. So that is my philosophy on public schools.
And those of you tuning in, you're hearing from Rosa McAllister McRae. She's running for re-election on the Hope County School Board, sharing her views and philosophy on public education, why it's so important. We also talked about why it's important to have a visionary in place and forward advancing, for our children, the children now, children in our future. So just stay plugged in. If you're not registered to vote, please vote. A lot of people complain and talk about what the schools don't have and what they don't see, but a lot of times you have to get plugged in. One way you can plug in is to vote. The power of voting, putting the right people in position, so that way there'll be a greater opportunity for greater impact in the lives of our children. So if you're not registered to vote, get plugged in. You still have time, and we just want you to be a part of change and impact. So Rosa McAllister McRae, we're just so glad that you're here. Hope County is one of the fastest growing counties in North Carolina, really, really growing real fast. What is being implemented to handle also heavy student population? I mean, this is growing by leaps and bounds. What are some things that are being implemented to handle the student population growth?
Well, Shakira, I certainly agree with you. We're one of counties out of the 100 counties that's really growing, and that's obvious. Now, because of BRAC and other variables that have come.
And that's so good that you're sharing that information. A lot of people just don't know, because sometimes we're not involved like we should in being in certain settings where we could get this information. So this is the purpose for this interview. Number one, to get information, also to challenge everybody to get out and vote, and really just be serious about our children, the now children and our future children. So definitely, Rosa, we do appreciate you sharing about the growth and what's being implemented to prepare for this growth. And so that's what a visionary does, a visionary team, the Hope County School Board. And Rosa is running for re-election to the Hope County School Board, and she's asking for your vote today. So get out and vote, and take somebody with you. Take your family members, go as a crew, a posse, get out and vote, and just really, really just make an impact for sacrificing for the lives of our children. So Rosa, appreciate you so much for sharing about what is being implemented to support the growth that's here and the continued growth that's coming. Please share with the listeners some major improvements and initiatives that have been implemented in the Hope County schools system since you have been on the board.
Well, I think I'm going to start with the initiatives, and then we're going to try to go on down to the improvements. One initiative is a program called, and we didn't initiate this, the state did, called READY. Now, we must have effective teachers in every classroom setting, because there is a READY initiative in the state of North Carolina. Our READY initiative will allow students to be college and career ready. In a global and ever-changing world, the public school system have to make sure that our students are ready for whatever path they decide to take. North Carolina teachers will be implementing a new standard course of study that includes the Common Core state standards for English language, arts, and mathematics. And because of the READY initiative, students will be taught more rigorously. This course will be required that the teachers work more diligently as well. Now, I would address this issue by stating that our teachers will do whatever it takes to comply to the new standards. That said, the board must ensure that professional development, workshops, feedback, evaluation, and everything it takes to pursue this endeavor is in place. That's one of the initiatives, and this is how we get money. This is how we get grants. Your child may say, I can't do algebra in middle school. Well, you know what? That teacher has to teach you. And the behavior has to change. The thought process has to change. You have to say, yes, I can. So now we put a child in class and say, you're going to do this. We got to change the behavior of the child. We got to change how they think about themselves. That's half the battle. That's half the battle. So we got to get them ready, because they have to be college and career ready. And that's an initiative that Hope County is doing. Now, improvements. We have made several improvements to all of the schools, or most of the schools, and we're still improving. Of course, we're a work in process. But if you go out, and you're welcome to visit these schools, if you go out to West Hope Elementary School, we put basically a whole new face on that school. We did so much work in there this summer. We do have a new principal out there. Miss Tawana McNeil is out there. This is her first year being a principal, and she'd be more than happy to receive you. We put a new facelift on that school, new driveway, it's awesome out there. So that, when you come up to the school, it looks like I want to go to school. Upchurch has a big facelift. We're doing some more work. You go to the bathrooms, different things like that. And we have to take the opportunity in the summertime to do all this work. Now, when we had year-round school, it was really hard. And that was why some of the reasons that things didn't really get done, because it was really, really difficult to try to do maintenance and do uplifts to these schools when children were in place. You don't want to put them in danger at all. So now that we're not year round, any of the schools are year round anymore, we have opportunity in the summertime that the maintenance people can take advantage of that and go in there, get those schools ready, get those halls, paint. And so we're doing a lot of painting. We got a lot of things to do for McLaughlin Elementary, but we have done a lot. So all these elementary schools have a lot of facelifts. We're doing a lot of improvement to the schools, such that students want to come. They don't want to come to no raggedy school or come to something looking all dreary. So we brighten up. We got some bright colors in there, some appealing colors, appealing to the eye of the elementary child. We're doing a lot. Of course, like I said, we're a work in progress. So just like God ain't through with us yet, we're not through. We're still working. We're working document, basically. That means if we got to revamp, revise, redo, we will.
And those of you who are just tuning in, you're hearing from Rosa McAllister McRae. We're talking about different initiatives and major improvements that have been, imputed into our whole county school system. Asking you to get out and vote. A vote for Rosa McAllister McRae is a vote for your child's future. And this is what we're talking about today. So appreciate you coming, sharing those major overhauls and improvements and things like that to make our schools better, so children can be ready to learn and excited about learning. Rosa, just wanted to ask you a question about what are some things that you will continue, not just you and the board, but you will continually do to help students and teachers when you're reelected to Hope County School Board?
Well, Shakira, we have to keep them motivated. We have to keep them charged. So we are now, we're in the process of groundbreaking the new apartments for new teachers. Okay, that's going to be November the 9th. It's going to be called Echo Ridge Apartments, and it's right off of Till Drive behind Food Lion. That's where we're, and it's going to be like a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and we're doing this because teachers don't make a lot of money. Now, I am an advocate for teachers. They need to be making, 6 figures, but they don't. So that said, when they come down from Michigan, Washington, and everywhere else, looking for jobs, wanting to teach our students, then we should have something ready and prepared for them. I think this is the second county that's embarked upon this apartment piece. So now we're building apartments for the teachers, trying to get them prepared and get them ready. Students, we have a plethora of programs for them. And let me go back, because we're flowing here. So let me go back to what we're doing at Hope County as it relates to improvements. Man, we have the state-of-the-arts library out there, and it's open to the public. And it's technology driven. So we have Wi-Fi even on the outside, and so we have these nice tables and chairs on the outside, and then they hand built all of the shelves, the bookshelves. We don't have a lot of books on there because with technology, because of technology. But the shelves, everything, the boardroom out there, everything was hand built. We have all of the upgraded technology up there, and we have about maybe 980 ebooks. So the public is welcome to go online and check out books from the library, the ebooks. So, and we're doing this for the community as well as the students out there. And we just opened up maybe about 3-4 months ago, maybe a little longer, our new tennis courts out there at Hoke High. And it is also open to the public. The library is going to be open to the public on the weekends and after hours. So we're talking about Saturday, Sunday, and then after hours of school. And I think this is a great opportunity. I mean, we have a great public library downtown, but we want to help as well, and we want to open our doors as well. And Scurlock is building a new playground, and that's going to be open to the public as well. It's not just going to be a playground for Scurlock students. That's going to be open to the community. And so, I'm sorry I didn't touch on that. I was trying to think of everything. But we're doing so many things, So these are the things that we're doing for students as well.
And that's so powerful. I was just listening to you thinking about the impact of schools. But schools impact our communities,
right.
Impact the city, county, nationwide. So that's why we want you to get out and vote. It's not just about our county, but if you impact the child, starting with the child, impact the child, how you can do that by getting out and vote. Yes. Getting the right people in position that has a vision to just really, really do some great things, for our children so they can have a chance and they can definitely excel and be all that they are ordained to be. Again, those of you who are plugging in, you've been hearing from Rosa McAllister McRae. She's running for re-election for the whole county school board. And we ask you to get out and vote. Get out and vote. Don't say, well, my vote ain't going to count, and this and that. No time for excuses, because we're all the village and we all have a responsibility to impact the lives of our children. The good man, good woman leaves an inheritance for his children's children, generational. And so we want our children to be generational blessed. And how you can be a part of that is to get out and vote, making sure that you get out there with some action to get the right people in position. So we've been hearing from Rosa McAllister McRae. We're so glad that she's been in the studio with us. Rosa, share, there's some last minute things that's on your heart to the listeners out there as to why it's important to vote, or just anything that you want to share to motivate them to become a part of this great time of activity to get the right people in position.
Okay. I really would like to make some announcements about voting. Early voting starts October the 18th. We're going to have 2 places that you can vote. That's going to be at the Board of Election and the Rouse's building. And the Board of Election offices are going to be open, and that's October the 18th through November the 3rd. And the hours are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Of course, Saturday, October the 27th and November the 3rd is going to be 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Sunday, October the 21st and October the 28th, 2 p.m. until 6 p.m. The Matthew Rice Building will be open from October the 18th through November the 3rd. Hours Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. until 8 p.m. Saturday, October the 27th and November 3rd, 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. And so, the regular election is November the 6th. We're going to ask you to get out there and vote. But we're asking the community to please get out and vote early. Now, a lot of people are talking about the felons and the felons can't vote. Well, people with a felon record from any state can register and vote in North Carolina after serving their sentence. That's to include the probation and parole. And there's no special documents that you have to fill out. There's nothing. All you have to do is go and register. So it will behoove you to go and take advantage of just early voting, because if there is an issue, then you can get it done with early voting. If you wait until November the 6th trying to go and vote, and then you have an issue, there's no way they can help you out. So even if you have a felon, but you don't have probation, the felon has been over with, you still have a right to vote. Now, voting is just not your right. Voting is your duty. So we're asking everybody to get out there and vote. Thank you.
All right, and those of you who've been tuning in, you've been hearing from Rosa McAllister McRae. We've been just talking about the importance to vote. Rosa McAllister McRae is running for re-election of the Hope County School Board. One quick announcement, on October the 26th this year, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., we're having the 2012 Voter Empowerment Day. This is what we've been talking about today. We want to empower you to vote, and a special guest is Cheryl Underwood. She's the co-host of CBS show The Talk. So that's on October 26th, 11 a.m., 4 p.m., WMFA 1400. Come on out to the Voter Empowerment Day. And those of you tuning in, we're just so glad that you have been here with us. Keep plugging in, get out and vote. A vote for Rosa McAllister McRae is a vote for your child's future.
You have just been in tune to a Now Generation experience. Hope to see you at the same station, same time, same place next week. Peace and love.
Thank you.